Want to address the top headlines with
we're going to start with the headlines. Washington Post, I know you've seen it. In military skepticism of Obama's plan. We've also had the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, I think, blindside the commander-in-chief 2 times now in testimony, getting out way ahead of where the commander-in-chief is. You're saying no. And
no,
I love
Joe.
the man, but I don't think you believe that.
No, Joe, I don't. I think if you take a careful look at what Chairman Dempsey said, Chairman Dempsey was very clear about his support for the strategy that the president's put in place. After all, this is the strategy that Chairman Dempsey has advised the president on, so it shouldn't be a surprise that Chairman Dempsey and the president are in the same place on this.
Has the president followed the chairman's advice? Because a lot of people in the military say he hasn't.
The president listens very carefully to the advice that he gets from his military commanders. In fact, the President of the United States fueled up Air Force One and flew to Central Command headquarters at Tampa, where he could get an in-person briefing from his military advisors on the strategy for broadening our air campaign in Iraq and in Syria. So the president appreciates the very solid advice that he's received from his military commanders.
So what do you make of the Washington Post headline when it says that in the military there's skepticism of the president's plan?
Yeah, I think the headline's wrong. All they do is they misinterpret Chairman Dempsey's testimony, and the rest of the time they essentially quote people who are either frequent critics of the president or people who supported the previous Iraq conflict. So the more accurate headline would be supporters of the Bush war in Iraq criticize President Obama's strategy.
So, Josh, are you disappointed
that's been true since 2002.